Do you ever feel tired of constantly comparing yourself to others? Looking at friends who are more successful, richer, more talented, and then sighing, "I'll never be like them." In truth, that is one of life's greatest pains. Because when we live by comparison, we forget that we too possess wonderful things that others do not. Imagine, if a fish keeps wishing to fly like a bird, then no matter how well it swims, mastering the entire ocean, it will still feel inferior. Long ago, there was a small village beside a lush green forest. In that village lived a boy named Ethan. Ethan was hardworking, kind, always ready to help others. But deep inside, he carried a sadness that he could not express. Every time his classmate Liam scored high marks, Ethan thought, "If only I were as smart as him." When he saw his wealthy neighbor Ryan, he sighed, "If only I had that much money." Even when he saw someone running fast across the meadow, he would blame himself. "Why can't I do that?" And so day after day, Ethan lived trapped in the cycle of comparison. He lost interest in studying, found no joy in playing with friends. His heart grew heavier with the belief, "I will never be good enough." In the village lived a kind old man, lovingly called Grandpa Joe. People saw him as a wise soul whose advice often awakened others. One day Ethan came to him and confessed, "I work hard, but whenever I see others who are smarter or richer, I feel sad. I fear I'll never be like them." Grandpa Joe smiled kindly and said, "Tomorrow go to the old tree in the village. There you will find your answer." The next morning Ethan arrived. Before him stood a forest, tall coconut trees, short apple trees heavy with sweet fruit, and other trees, some bare, some simple. Grandpa Joe asked, "Tell me, if the apple tree wished to be tall like the coconut tree, or if the coconut tree wished to bear sweet fruit like the apple, what would happen?" Ethan laughed. "That would be silly." The old man nodded. "Exactly. Because each tree has its own value. That's why the forest is so rich and beautiful. Human life is the same. Everyone has strengths, and each is important in their own way." Then he led Ethan to the lake. Fish swam joyfully under the water, while a bird soared high in the sky. He asked, "If the fish wanted to fly like the bird, or the bird wished to swim like the fish, would that make sense?" Ethan shook his head. "No, fish are meant to swim, and birds are meant to fly." Grandpa Joe smiled. "Then why do you keep wanting to become someone else? You too have your own strengths. You just haven't discovered them yet. Find them and follow your own path." Those words rang like a bell in Ethan's heart. Suddenly he realized comparing himself only made him miserable and blind to his own potential. From that day, Ethan changed. He stopped feeling sad about others' success. He focused on himself, developing skills, building his abilities. With each passing day, he grew more confident and full of energy. Years later, thanks to perseverance, Ethan built a successful business and became the pride of the village. When people asked his secret, he simply smiled and said, "Never compare yourself. A fish cannot fly, but it can master the ocean. Every person has a special strength to shine in their own way." You see, the sun and the moon never shine at the same time, yet both are equally important. Life is the same. You don't need to be like anyone else to be valuable. Find your own path, walk it with determination, and that is when true success will come. If you found this story meaningful, please support the channel with a like and subscribe so I can bring you more inspiring stories.